Good morning, folks. So, I think I know why Doug spent 2 days in the house. He's afraid of something. I think the fence clicking. I think that's the problem. He's in the front room. Oh, here he comes. He didn't see this, folks. He just knows the noise. Hey, Doug. Oh, what's this? Hey. Oh, 2 days in the house. How do you hold it for 2 days? Like 2 days. Hey? That's like amazing. Thing. Oh boy, come on, snap. Okay, this one won't snap. Oh no, it just bends. Doug, it looks like you're getting a whole one. It looks like, do I have a pair of cutters? No, I have no cutters in the house. Doug, you're getting a treat. I can't even open the package. Oh. Are you gonna say thank you to Gene? Are you gonna say thank you to Gene? Okay. I guess not, eh? I'm just gonna take it. That one was really tough. It wouldn't snap. It doesn't. It's not. Doesn't have that rolled feel. It's pretty solid. All right. Let me turn this down a touch here. So, may the fourth be with you. I never went to town yesterday because my appointment got canceled. Hoping today I can take care of this. I'm a little sore this morning too. Had a bad night, up all night. That's why I just got out of bed like 20 minutes ago. I was up almost the whole night. No, almost the whole night. These are my house shorts, Thomas. My lounging shorts, the summer shorts. They're like super comfortable. They're just giant baggy. They're actually sweatpants shorts. That's what they are. Like really, really baggy sweatpants shorts. The ultimate summer relaxing in the house. No foxes. Weird dreams. I remember them this morning when I was laying in bed. I was like, I go to sleep, have a dream, wake up, have a dream, wake up. It was like bad. But now, when I just woke up again, because I finally got some sleep, because I was tempted in getting out of bed at 4 o'clock and start my day, but I thought, no, try to go back to sleep. Anyways, I finally got back to sleep. I think it was like about 5:30. Well, it was light out. I finally got back to sleep. The light, it was bright. So, but I don't remember any of the dreams now. None. I'm dreamless. Nope, no damage to the Magoon. It's perfect. Absolutely nothing. We haven't had much. It's actually really dry, folks. It's a really, really dry spring, actually. There's no sloppy mud. It's it's like really, really dry. I'm surprised. Yes, even yesterday actually with the rain, the Magoon is not even running. They're not getting. It's not. It's the ground's soaking up the rain pretty good. We didn't get. We didn't get what you call it. Um, a lot of snow. To do mail time, it means I have to go to town, to the post office. I haven't done that. Oh, good morning, Brian Smith. Rita, you must have been gone for a while. Where's Rita been? or Rita. You haven't been around a while. Things have happened here. Bad things. Oh, my eyes are so blurry this morning too. It's like I hate this bad sleep nights. Really screws everything up. I know what I can do. I'll go with a bigger chat window. Maybe that'll help my eyes here. The internet was down at your place for 6 weeks. Well, that's basically what we went through here too. We were down for 6 weeks. March the 2nd until last Thursday. What was the date last Thursday? What was the date? The 26th. March the 2nd till April 26th. Life was not right. Here. Okay, what's going on? Huh? Okay, I just scared myself, folks. I'm in the wrong account. I clicked it for live events and it showed nothing. And I was like, what? This can't be possible. I'd be deleted again. Man, I hate this feeling. Living life with PTSD. You know? That's what it's like. I'm a PTSD survivor of YouTube. The YouTube war, spring of 2018. And don't forget to sign the petition. Yes, Vista, thank you for reminding me. The petition below, sign it. Actually, Rita, you need to sign the petition since you've been gone. The link's below. You can watch the video, actually, and that'll answer all of life's important questions. Yeah, it was a serious timeout, eh? It was like, oh man, the worst timeout a person could ask for. Oh, I didn't like it at all. I spent the whole day doing tech yesterday, folks. Working on hardware, camera, brackets, microphone, suspension systems, modifying clamps. Like, I spent the whole day working on camera stuff. The whole day. That's all I've done. That's all I did yesterday. Right till, it was 7:15 last night. High impact fix. That channel rings a bell, Mindy, but I don't remember it. I don't remember that. And your duck merchandise also. Get yourself a t-shirt. Get yourself a coffee mug. Get a Goosely coffee mug. Links below. You can get curtains for your house. You like some nice duck adventure curtains for your living room, or the family room, or for the little kids' room. There's little ones, there's big ones, there's big logos, there's big giant duck heads. I'm gonna do some more artwork today too, because I have the list. Oh, I lost the list. I better write this down again. I've lost my list. What the? Oh, I must have thrown it out. Oh, because I was writing down network addresses yesterday on my list. Okay, so stationery was the first one that was the top priority. Then it was keychains. There was a third item, boxer shorts. And write the whole word boxer shorts down so that I know, because box shorts makes no sense to me later. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work on that today. Since I got all the hardware done and realized I gotta find another camera. I don't believe this. I can't believe I wasted 2 days trying to get that stream running with audio. YT Mom. There's a link below, YT Mom, for the petition. Go to the petition, watch the video, and sign the petition, and all of your life's questions will be answered. It's very important that you go to the petition link, YT Mom. And if the YT stands for YouTube, I'd change your name. They're shipped now, Benita. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing a picture of what your blanket looks like. I want to see how what the fleece blankets look like. By the way, what what uh, um, what blanket did you order? I'm not I'm live. I'm live again. Sorry, for some reason we lost the internet. I'm on the right network. Yeah, I am on. Hang on, let me just check. I don't know what's going on. Oh. Actually, I might stop at the. I might stop at the post office today because if my background is there, as in my new shower curtain of the Magoon of the geese, a Dug and Stripper throw blanket. Oh, that would be so awesome. I, we need to be honest. You know, the Dug and Stripper one is my favorite. Like this shirt right here, I love that one. I love that the bath mat. It's so fun looking. Like it's just fun, you know. Samuel, when he drew this, he did such an awesome job. And like it's like so fun. It's like I feel like a little kid when I'm wearing it. I bet you the blanket's gonna look awesome. I can't wait to see. Well, we'll see Neon when I'm there. Well, obviously you followed the tracking, you know what's sitting there, but I'm wondering about that backdrop because I really would like to shoot a new video for the petition so that that people so we can really push it. So I'm gonna because once I get the new video shot for the petition, I'm gonna get the Duck Army to get everybody that you watch to email them and message them on YouTube and tell all these YouTubers about this petition to fix the appeal process. Because right now they don't want to talk about the petition because they think I'm whining about losing my channel. I got the channel back, so I don't need to whine about that anymore. But we still need to fix the YouTube petition problem, or the YouTube appeals process. That still needs to be fixed. So, if you have an idea for a design, draw it up and send it to me. A Duck Army with all the characters from the Duck Adventure with assault rifles. Hey? Let's just trigger the liberals completely. Assault rifles on all the ducks. But right now, Susie, you're naked? You're not wearing anything? If you're going to be wearing the t-shirt later, so that means right now, nothing. You're sitting here watching the Duck Adventure wearing nothing. Or you got a house coat on. Having a coffee with me right now. Oh, yeah. A dog head, that's a hell of a good idea, Strawberry Fields. I never thought of that. And I bet you the photo, I never even thought about that. Okay. Dug head blanket. And that one, I got that right sitting on the computer here. That's like giant Dug head blanket. I love that one. I already fixed the eye sleep problem. I went in with the Photoshop, blew it up huge, and then I took the cloning tool and I cloned all around it into it so that the sleep disappeared. Because I didn't like that sleep. I think I'm going to fix the shower curtain too so that the sleep's not in there. That's the one thing I don't believe I did. Doug's got a big chunk of sleep in his eye in the picture, right? It's like, you also just have a chunk of snot hanging down your nose, eh, in their family photo. Something to haunt you for 20, 30 years. Oh, look at that. If you look close, he's got a little green one hanging out his nose. Yeah, but see, the strawberry, their dog blankets are, they sell on Cafe Press. They don't sell them as part of they sell them at their, none of my duck, none of the duck stuff is available on the Cafe Press store or Cafe Press website themselves or their marketplace on the Cafe Press market site. I opted out of that. So, for financial reasons. I'm strictly, you can only buy the Duck Adventure stuff at the Duck Adventure store. So, yes, I'm back, Tom. I am truly back. Feels so good. I was getting dressed this morning after my shower, after I got Doug back into the house, after his he finally went out this morning, which I shared with you. And I was sitting there putting the socks on, and I was like, my back doesn't hurt. Well, it was a little, it's tender. Like, I'm not saying 100%, it's tender. But I don't have the shooting pain anymore. It's just tender from being shooting pain. You know what I mean? Oh, a Doug Stripper bath towel. That would be awesome, too. Vista, I'm very curious when you get the bath towel, how heavy it is, okay? I really would like to know. I don't need acupuncture, Neon Cherry. I'm cured. I'm fixed. I was stressed out. Well, I did have acupuncture. I had the YouTube acupuncture, except they put the needles in the wrong place. That's what it was. Actually, Vista, when you get the towel, or when you get the bath, the towel, I'm curious on this. This is what we're gonna do, Vista. Listen, Vista. Pay attention here for a second. When you get the towel, I want to do a FaceTime with you so you can show us the towel, okay? How does that sound? And then you can explain in your own words what it feels like and how soft and supple it is, or how thin and cardboardy it feels. And we hope it's not the latter. We'll have a product review by Vista. How does that sound? But I'm definitely going to do a dog blanket. Absolutely, for sure. I might allow those ones to be sold. I'm trying to think how I can do that. No, I don't. If I put them in the Cafe Press marketplace, I don't make any money. Like, I literally don't make any money, folks. You have no idea. It's bad. A Sloppy Daniels product review towel. I don't think we need that in here. No, they don't have any jackets. No jackets. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies. But that's all they have. Doug is eating a bull penis that was sent to him in the mail by Gene. That's what Doug is eating right now. As you can hear him in the background, he's loving life. Look at that, eh? And the white stuff you see on the carpet is slobber. It's almost gone. Yeah, it looks like about maybe an inch sticking out of his mouth. He loves them. Nothing like gnawing down on a bull's penis. I wish they didn't discontinue the potholders also, because I did the artwork for them. So I did all the artwork. And the ironic part is they were discontinued when I did the artwork, but I didn't know. So try what, Neon Cherry? I don't understand. One word chats don't make any sense to me. there is double A 23 this morning. He's late to the movie though. I feel so good. Oh, folks, it's so nice. I've lost count how many, maybe what is today, day 5? No. When did I start doing the, it's either day 5 or day 6 and no painkillers. What a feeling. I feel so good. Man, I'm telling you, what a rough winter. Like, I was just thinking this morning, I was thinking, man, this has been like, you know, last winter was rough because, you know, I got the concussion there on January the 6th. So basically, I was laying around the whole winter and I did nothing. And I normally, like, I try to be active in the winter so that when the spring comes, I'm not a, you know, how you say, an overweight slob. And last winter, you know, was a concussion, couldn't do anything the whole winter. And then had a bad summer, did my Achilles tendon, which really slowed me down. Then almost ripped my foot off in the fall, which slowed me down. And then, you know, wasn't feeling the best during the winter because I was sore. And then I got the YouTube acupuncture March the 2nd. Well, the first treatment was February the 6th, but that was just a tester, right? They were like a sample they sent me on February the 6th. Oh, let's try this. And then I got the full prescription dose on March the 6th. March 2nd, they gave me the full meal deal. Oh. No chance of me getting hooked on anything, Sarah. That's not my type of personality. Impossible. It's actually, folks, impossible for me to be hooked on anything. I don't have addictions. Never have. Well, I did. Cigarettes. Oh. And it only took me 13 years to quit that one, but that's the only one. They make patches, Susie, in the store. There are patches. You can buy patches. I think the printed patches, not embroidery patches, though. But I haven't got those done yet. Are you saying that if I did some embroidery or if I did some patches, you would buy one? Should I add that to the next list? But for Apple, okay, this now the chat is making no sense, folks. I'm gonna read the chat to you. You tell me if you can figure this out, okay? Apple Chris streaming, but for Apple Chris. Hi, Tizan. Vape, yes. I read somewhere that YouTube deleted 3.5 million videos. It actually was 8 million videos they deleted. Hash browns, like this. Oh, I thought you meant nicotine patches, embroidery patches. You know, when you read the chat, there's really no story. Like, I'm not kidding you, folks. I think there's like 8 or 9 conversations going on here right now. And I'm really not in any of them. I'm just sort of like skimming over top. No, I'm not addicted to Apple Crisp at all. I have complete control on that one. Absolute complete control. When I make it though, I have no control. I just eat the whole thing. But it's just so much work to make it. It's like, sometimes I just can't be bothered. No, an addiction. People are forgetting. There are things that I like, and what you like and addictions aren't the same thing. They're not the same thing. An addiction would be if I was addicted to chocolate and nuts. I would have chocolate and the nuts in the house all the time, and I would weigh about 325 pounds, and I would be. It would be like I'd be a cross between a sloth and a glutton. And that would be the show. And I would just be eating chocolate and nuts until I ran out of money. That would be an addiction. But since there are no chocolate nuts in the house, then it's not an addiction. I can walk by them in the grocery store and not buy them. I don't even think about it. Unless if it catches my eye really good. But to be honest with you, since the stress has left, I have no cravings. I have no cravings. No. I ate a lot of junk food this winter stress though. I didn't tell you. Like I told you, I did a lot of secret trips into town, back in the car out the driveway, so you didn't see me. Driving back into the driveway with my headlights turned off, so you didn't see the flash of the lights in the pen on the streams, just to get junk food, because I was so stressed out. Oh man, I think I'm gonna go to the grocery store, shop, and come back. No food, just junk, cakes. Eat a whole cake. Oh man, I'm telling you, that stress was bad. You know, it not only did the pain thing on my back, but psychologically it changed my eating habits. You know, like my cravings got changed. You know, like it feels so good. Like since YouTube removed the acupuncture from my life, I've had normal suppers every night, and I feel good. No food hangovers. Like it's like a cleansing is taking place right now, you know? Because I think about all the crap I ate this winter. Oh, folks, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Like, it was bad. It's like, buy a banana loaf and have that for supper. Cinnamon roll, have that for supper. And I'm talking like, a big 1 pounder. It was bad. It was like embarrassing. I would eat, just bad. Stress is, Mindy, I had forgotten. Like I stress is all right if it's stress for performance, okay? I like that kind of thing. Like, if you got a goal and you're trying to accomplish something like I do here every year, that kind of stress I accelerate. I get excited with it. Like, oh, I gotta. You get the ducks here. You do. Or you're hatching ducks, and you got all this massive amount of work for one person, and you got to share it all, and it's a huge amount of stress, but it's fun stress. You know what I mean? There's fun stress, and then there's your life falling apart stress, and the life falling apart stress. It can really screw your mind up, It's a death spiral is what it is. I was in a death spiral, just crashing and burning, Susie, the bad food that I consumed this winter was bad. I think about what I did to my poor body. Like, I can't believe what I did. It was like, it was bad. It was really bad. Like, put it this way, I'm much bigger right now than I should be for the spring. And it's all because of this stress. I'm so glad that the stress is gone and I'm back. I can get back to normal and have normal suppers and not crave junk. Oh, I'm sorry about your loss. Number 7. And your cancer. That's a double whammy. I hope you're doing a little bit better right now. Oh, we got a Japan truck driver here right now. We must be starting a trend somewhere. That we must. Okay, we need a glad to V. I don't know what that is. You retracted it. Oh, Susie, you have no idea what I ate. Like, folks, I could if I was, do you people, like, I have a car. okay, that can sneak out of the driveway and not be seen, all right? And when you have this problem of being this stressed and the cravings are like uncontrollable, you what you eat is like what you can sneak into town and have. It doesn't matter if they're right beside you or if they're down the road. You just hop in the car and go, and you don't care. And the worst part was the March the 2nd. It wasn't like in the middle of winter, January, February, the car's frozen. That sort of slows me down. And then, well, I just cook up an apple crisp, but that sort of slows me down. The car's frozen. I won't start the car and let it run for 20 minutes to drive to town to get junk food. But March the 2nd, it was like the cold weather was gone, so you could hop in the car and just take off, you know? And it was bad. Like, really bad. Like, fast food bad. No drive through because I go right into the restaurant, you know, because, well, I don't want to eat in the car. I'm just going to eat it right there. But, like, way too much. Like, not sugar. No. Just massive amounts of food. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, you people would be blown away what I did to myself, food wise. It's like crazy stuff. All because I was not right upstairs. Just totally screwed right up. No. I guess you could say mentally unstable, you know? No McDonald's. I won't do McDonald's. That's not even food. I usually overcome my fear by embracing it, but when you're getting digitally erased, it's a little different thing. Oh. Yes, I totally agree. To make stress go away, you have to exercise. Totally agree. But when you have a debilitating back problem from the stress, that changes the game. Because normally that's what I do. I do the exercise to work through the stress, but I couldn't even stand with the pain that I was in. I couldn't even do a push up. I couldn't do well. If you watched Egg Recon, could you imagine that person trying to do a workout to get rid of his stress? I was killing myself bending over to get eggs. I was under, I guess you could call it, a debilitating amount of stress. So that's what you could say. Now, well, Carl, it's not technically a new camera. It's my sort of fill-in camera, and it didn't work. I wasted 2 days on that. 2 days and maybe about a mile of walking back and forth, and the camera was a waste of my time. No. I really wish. I really wish I could have worked out when I had that stress, because I could have. It would have helped, but I'm so glad the stress is over, folks. You have no idea. Like I feel like a new person now that we got the channel back, and the strike's gone. That's why the appeal process on YouTube has to get fixed. I'm not letting this go. Like I said, I get the new backdrop. I'm shooting that video. We're gonna keep going on it because we got. It's got to. This has got to. You be an absolute stupid moron if you're a YouTuber or a person that watches YouTube videos not to sign that, because it affects everybody. I got to feel the wrath of what it feels like. You know. I'm sorry you don't speak English, Mr. Japanese truck driver. I don't speak Japanese. Sorry. I don't read it either. I have to use Google Translate. Fire up the hot tub. Hot tub, there ain't no hot tub. You've been gone a while, Neil and Cherry. like a long time. You're really dating yourself right now because you know the hot tub left last November. Where have you been since November? I don't have a tugboat yet either. I lock a lot better, Susie. I'm locked up here. No, I was locked up before. I'm feeling much better now. I was getting pretty pale too, eh? I was getting like it was like I was losing. I don't know, the pigment of my skin was turning some kind of I don't know white out. Oh, it was bad. Like I got a little bit of a headache this morning, but that's just my concussion crap. You know, it comes and goes. The headache. It's not bad. Like it isn't debilitating, but you know. Yeah, yesterday with the Swans, man, I really see. There's another thing. Okay, it's like yesterday. Like I all the equipment in the back room, I have it set up to push a button and go because that's when you're doing this for a living and this is what you're doing. It's sort of stupid. You don't have everything ready to go. Okay, and yesterday I saw the Swans and I was like, oh, I gotta grab a camera. So I grabbed a camera and then I got it off and I went to hit record to do it. There's no memory card in it. I'm like, oh, where's the memory card? And I couldn't remember where the box was that stores all the memory cards, which I found later in the afternoon. I'm just ripping the bag apart. It was in there. I had to get the stream running, and the problem was the Terra deck. Somehow the video cable came loose, and there was no video, and I couldn't get it to work. It was just like nothing went right. And the thing is, when I first saw the Swans, they were at this end at the mouth of the creek. They were really close. Like really, really close. Like I was like, I got the binoculars. And that's how it's like, they're freaking swans, man. Like I was like, the sheer size of them and the Canada goose beside them, eh? And the Canada geese are pretty big. And the Canada geese are dwarfed by the swans. I have no idea what kind of swans they are. None. They're white with black nozzles. That's all I know. Their bills were black, and their body was white, and they were huge, and I really want a pair. They're headed north, Sarah. They don't stay in this part of the world. I've never seen swans here, folks. My whole life. I'm 56 years old. I have never, ever, ever, ever. I'm 56, and I lived on a lake for over. I'm trying to think. At least 30 years of my life, I've lived on another lake, and I've lived on this lake for 25 years. I've pretty well lived on a lake almost my whole life in this area, and I've never seen a swan. Never, 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 never. Other than seeing them fly the last three springs. I've seen them fly on the other, going like over top of the lake, flying through, and I've mentioned it in the vlog before. I've mentioned that I've seen them flying through, but they never stop. They never land. And this year was the first year they landed. And usually it's only two that I see that fly through. And this was very strange today, or yesterday, that we saw three landed. So maybe there was like their offspring or something. I don't know. No, it had nothing to do with climate change. They decided to stop in because of all. I think what it is because the lake's full of Canada geese. They used to fly over top of the property going north because of the ducks. And they never stopped in. But now we've got the ducks on the property and the Canada geese at the lake because now we got serious Canada geese population happening. And I think the swans are going, that place, every year we go, it's like, they're going on holidays up north, hey? And it's like, they fly by this place every year. One day we got to stop in there. And then like this year, it's getting busy down there. Let's go stop in, It's like become a real water a hole for the waterfowl, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the lake's full of mudpug. Also known, I guess, called a brown head catfish or something. You guys call it? We call it mudpug up here. Well, Actually, the loons should be actually here at the other end of the lake already. Probably if we went out in the lake, we could probably find them. They should be here already. The loons should have arrived actually a while ago. Yes, Ford, swans can be nasty. I've been told stories. They can make a goose look like a duck. Oh. But I think they stopped in because I think they stopped in because of all the waterfowl action here. No, I think that's what it is. Okay, I don't know who you are, but like, partial swear words is just as bad as a whole swear word. But I'm gonna give you a chunk of rope, and we're gonna see if you're gonna hang yourself. Who says he's gonna hang himself? I'm curious on this. And the chat just froze. Nope, didn't. Never seen cranes. We'll see, Vista. Get your hammer ready. I'm thinking, I wasn't confused. I knew exactly what it was. Doesn't like white males. But I've seen his name before, or that user ID. I've seen it before. Or unless somebody else has the exact same name. No. Oh, there he is. We don't tolerate swearing here, Mr. Smith. At all. I don't swear, you don't swear. And I it's hard some days for me not to swear. Especially like when I was hurting with my back. There was one day I did turn the stream off and I walked around cursing. I was an Eastern bittern that I found last year, Vista, that Doug was afraid of. Which Doug is afraid of something outside right now. That's why he won't go outside. Because when I let Doug back into the house after the shower, he hugged the house and literally slithered down the side of the house to come to the door. So, something outside is bothering Doug. I don't know what it is. He's afraid. That's why he spent 2 days in the house. Well, that and plus it was raining. The rain was an incentive to stay inside. So, but this morning when I called him, he came from the front and he just stuck like right tight against the house. The fence is obviously clicking. There's a click sound. You know, there's a short somewhere. No. Doug is very strange. Yes, yes. I will concur with you on that. Absolutely. The dog's not right upstairs. He has issues. This is what happens when you trap a dog in an apartment for 17 months, the first 17 months of its life. Things cause it to be weird, you know? He is very sensitive because of his lack of experiences as a young dog. You know, I've seen this before. So, I've seen it before. I've seen other rescue dogs, you know, that have been locked up. You know, and then they get to experience life even years after, and they still the beginning haunts them, because a lot of people don't realize, you know, like when you get a dog, the first 24 months they're like a blank cassette tape. Oh, I'm dating myself here, right? But that's what it is. It's a blank cassette tape the first 24 months. So whatever you record onto that blank cassette tape for the first 24 months, it pretty well sticks with them for the rest of their lives. So things can happen to them. Like, I'll give you an example. Like Buddy, That dog was fearless. He could do anything. Like the dog was he was an amazing dog actually, and he the one thing that bothered him, the only thing that bothered that dog was fires, because when he was a pup, he was about, I don't know, maybe 12 weeks old. We're out in the yard, and maybe 10 weeks old to 8 weeks old. He was really, really young, and he was on the grass, and I lit the fire, and he was like 30 feet away from the fire, okay? And I poured some gasoline in the fire, and I lit the fire, and it went woof, big flash. Nowhere near him. Like he was like so far away. Like I was between the dog, the pup, and the fire. Like it was not anywhere any danger at all. But it was just the big giant woof, and the big ball of fire. That dog, till the day it died, was terrified of fire. Absolutely terrified. Couldn't get it to go near the fire. You'd put a collar on, leash, bring him, drag him over, sit there with the lawn chair, and he would just wait for you to let go of the leash so he could run away from the fire. And he would sit at the other side of the house, just get away farthest he could away from the fire. But yet guns, you could shoot, like I'd set up tin cans, or I set up targets that you could knock over. I would shoot the targets. He would go and get the target and bring it back to me. Like he would see the target fall, and he would run over, grab the target, bring it back to me. Guns meant nothing to him. Thunder meant nothing to him. But fires, hated bonfires. So like the first part, be very careful with a pup. They're a blank cassette. Be careful. So Doug has a lot of issues because, well, he was in an apartment. So like how much exposure could he have gotten being in an apartment to things? So everything freaked him out when he got here. I am the one. Am I poor? What? Why? Yes. I'm a struggling YouTuber. That's what I guess. Yeah, you could say I'm poor. But I got like a ton of really good friends on here on YouTube. A great duck army. So I guess I could say I'm rich. Oh. Yeah, every other videos are back, Carl. All my memories are back. Everything's back. Actually, well, we got you. I'm gonna get another coffee. I'm gonna get another coffee, more coffee. Oh. Did you notice that, folks? Did anybody notice? Did anybody notice that I got up and didn't cry in pain? A little stiff, but not pain. Is that amazing? Like, is that amazing, folks? Think about it. A week ago, what condition was I in? Like, think about it. Exactly a week ago. No, actually, 8 days ago. What was I like? I was a mess. Every time I get up and whine like a little, oh, I bet you I lost subs. People are like, this guy, all he does is whine. Oh, I'm so glad that's over. I almost want to, put all those videos on private. Because it's like, just bad. Everybody stumbles across the channel and be like, man, this guy, all he does is whine. Okay, let's see what we're doing here. How's the views? Oh, the views are coming back. We're up to now. We're doing a solid 26 a day. What have we done the last 2 days? Oh yes, we're getting back to normal. She's getting closer. We're not back right up yet, but 53,000 in the last 2 days. That's got to get back up to the 60, 75, and then the channel's back totally re-indexed again. It's amazing how after you've been digitally erased, it takes a little time to get back. No, I'm not gonna delete. I would no. I'm not gonna. I don't delete videos. I usually put them on private. I am the one asked a lot of questions here this morning. Main girl, I haven't seen you in a while either. Holy mackerel, we got a lot of people popping in. And oh yes, I meant to tell you folks. Do you remember I was telling you about how on the backup channel, I used to do streams and I would end the stream and I look and there was never new subs, like never, ever, ever, ever new subs. Okay, remember I told you that the channel was sandboxed and we weren't getting any new subs when I was doing the streams. Yesterday ended this. There was 11 new subs on the stream. This channel is not sandboxed like the other one is. Like, totally, like, I'm telling you folks, it's like, to be, like, which technically the other channel is, you know, but I had a bit of a kickstart to get the channel going there because, you know, the Duck Army migrated over really fast when we got nixed. But think about it, if you're a new YouTuber and you're starting out, how hard it is to get, you know, to get out there. Like I'm still struggling. I mean, at this for like so many years. Like but to be brand new is just like, oh, that's a nasty curve to go on. Yes, Juanita, back pain sucks. Oh, that's sad to hear, main girl. I told you. Be careful with the hat situation, talking about it. Don't get your hopes up and just hope for the best, you know? The loons live here every summer, Susan. I have no control over that. They show up. There has never been a summer that there's never loons here. Oh. Have I ever gotten bullied? I was beaten up nonstop in school. Does that answer your question? Nothing worse than being 12 years old and 6'1 3/4. You're a target. You also just walk around with a big bullseye in your forehead. Worst thing could you know they almost really they should give, you know, young boys, you know, some kind of stunting drug, you know, so they don't grow that big when they're 12. Mind you, I was like a rake, basically toothpicks, but really, really, really ridiculously tall. Yes, I'm doing a garden. June, probably. I gotta get wire. I gotta order wire. I gotta write that down. I need wire for the garden. And I gotta order wire for. I need 200 feet of wire extra for the yard, and I need 120 feet for the garden. Oh, Doug, relax. Listen. Garden's going to be good this year. I'm actually excited about it, folks, because I think this year's garden is going to absolutely explode. You know, I do, because you know it was already a good garden as it was. It was a very good garden as it was. Actually, a phenomenal garden, and then it had a year of rest. And all of the compost, you know, all the straw from the barn for the whole winter, you know, rotted down to nothing. Like by last fall, remember, it was dirt, all like this much straw laden with duck poop, dissolved into the dirt. And now I've got like at least 10, 12 inches of new straw on top, seriously laden with duck poop, because we had more ducks, almost twice as many ducks this winter. Oh, yes, Susan, and think about that. Here's another thing too. That garden sat the whole summer, the whole season actually, and last fall, no weeds. Like think about it, there was nothing. It was just this big. How did this guy have this big patch of dirt? Did he use like Roundup or something? No, totally natural. Absolutely no weeds grew. Like, think about it. For a garden sitting like that, I should have had weeds and grass popping up everywhere. You know? Nothing. Oh. So I'm thinking this year is going to be one, it'll be very easy garden. You know? It'll be very, very easy. And I think it's going to be awesome. I do. Oh. And I'm going to do another garden playlist for the because people ask me about my garden playlist on my main channel, so it'll be interesting to see what a 2018 garden list is going to look like. The kind of growth. I got to plant corn. I got one bag of corn left. I've been holding off eating corn this winter because I had no corn. It's going to be awesome. I'm thinking it's going to be absolutely massive garden. Yes, Vista, I am going to donate surplus to the food bank because I know I'm going to grow way more than I can do. Way more. I'm going to plan it a little tighter this year because with that thought in mind, you know, because I'm going to turn this garden into a major event. You know, because you know in 2016 I planted the garden just for myself and I put the rows like 4 feet apart and you know there was so much room and I still grew almost I'm trying to think 800 pounds of food. It was just a ridiculous amount of food. Well, I mean, you know, 2 years living on it, and that was spreading everything way out. So this year I'm going to tighten it up and go for a little more higher production because now that I know I won't be doing any weeding. So it's going to be it's going to be interesting. But I'm seriously thinking what I'm going to do is like because I'm not planning on doing any work, okay? Because I'm not. This is the whole idea about this garden. I'm not going to be doing. And there's Stephanie late to the movie. Good morning, Stephanie. I'm going to still do short garden videos like I used to do, where I go in. Goodbye. I'm the one who has all the questions. I'm going to still do the short videos for the garden update for the playlist. But I will do streams, you know, which I'll just throw into the duck mix of me, the day I plant the garden or the days I plant the garden and work on it. So you can see. I'll set a stream up, you know, putting the wire up, that kind of stuff. But the actual update videos, I'm just going to, because I'm not planning on working on the garden. I'm not planning on doing anything on the garden. Just like 2016 was like do nothing. No, don't till your garden. Don't do that. That's bad. Tilling your garden it's stupid. I've learned. I will never till a garden again. Ever since I stopped tilling, my garden's gotten better and it's less work. And people have a hard time understanding that. I've been telling my friends and like so many people on YouTube kept telling me, you know, oh, you know, you gotta watch that video, you know, and I did. I watched the Garden Eden video back in 2011, but I still didn't listen to it, and I didn't listen to it. Yeah, the weeds are bad. Don't till. You'll make your weeds worse. Tilling makes it better for weeds, but don't listen to me. My back's itchy. And I never listened. And then finally I did it. Whoa, man, I was stupid. Like, just dumb. Dumb. Stubborn. That's what it's stubborn. You know? Cover your garden in straw. If you can't get any mulch and that, just go buy a whole bunch of straw. Just regular straw. It doesn't even have to be dirty straw. Just start off something. Get it. Cover everything. Seriously, Tina, do not till. Get on the phone. Find a place where you can buy enough straw to cover your whole garden. At least 10 inches of fluffy straw. It'll beat down, and then you only take and clear a path like this wide. You know, but I use the width of a pitchfork is what I use, and I make my lines the width of a pitchfork. I clean the straw off, and then I take it. Take a pole and scrape the the dirt to make a spot for the seeds, and then that's it. You know, no, don't let it rest, but cover it with straw. Like now, get on the phone, find yourself some straw, and do it now. Like seriously, you won't regret it. Well, put it this way, like strawberry fields. Think about this, strawberry fields. They're covered in straw. Why? Because that all it stops all the weeds. It smothers. Nothing grows. And if weeds start coming through, they literally, you can pull them out with your two little fingers, because the weeds, what happens is the roots go into the straw. So when you pull it out, they're in the straw. They're not in the dirt, because they can't breathe through the straw. They don't grow. Any weeds you do pull, you just throw them on top of the straw. And I got video proof of this, Dina. Just go look at my garden. 2014, 2015, and 2016 playlists are below on my channel page, and you watch those and you'll see the difference. Killing myself weeding to, embracing, mulch, straw specifically for me, and look at the difference. I got lots of seeds. I bought seeds in January. I bought a lot of seeds in January. Now, I got seeds coming out of my yin yang here. We're gonna plant. It's gonna be a good garden. I'm excited. I like the fact that I know I'm not gonna have any work. I know that's going to be the cool part. I know what I'm getting into. It's going to be, I'll plant and then walk away. It's sort of like the chop and drop, eh? Just drop the seeds in the ground and walk away. I'm looking forward to that. Good morning, Fran. Fran Pere El Culo Lee. I guess I probably just hacked that all to crap, eh? No. I don't can anything. I don't like canned stuff. It's mushy. It's not compacted soil plasma. Do you know why soil compacts? Do you know why plasma? Why it compacts? I want to see if plasma knows this answer. Nobody answer. I want to see if plasma knows. Plasma? Mr. Don? Do you know why soil compacts? Rain. Pounds it hard. So if the rain never hits it, as in it hits the straw first, it don't compact. It stays soft. I didn't believe that either. I didn't listen to people when they told me that. I watched the Garden Eden video and I didn't listen to it. I was like, this is just crap, whatever. Folks, I grew up, okay, with a tiller in my life. All my life as a kid. And my grandfather, tiller. Everybody had tillers. Actually, it was the same tiller. We all shared it. And no, you don't need to uncompact it first. Trust me. The worms do that. Okay? That's what Mother Nature came up with, worms. They're natural. And when you do mulch, the amount of worms you'll get will be nuts, okay? It'll be crazy, the amount of worms you'll get. The worms break everything up. Oh. Anyways, this tiller was in my life because my grandfather had it. We all use it. Till, work, weed. And I hated weeding as a kid. I remember as a little kid weeding. It was like, and plus my parents never turned it into a game. Like it was fun. It was just like a work camp, eh? So it was like, we hated it, pulling weeds. And the ironic part is that we were the right size to do it, nice and small, but my parents weren't the smartest about like, manipulating a child's mind, to make weed pulling into a game. They used the belt. Right, you're not going to pull weeds, you get the belt. Well, then it's no longer a game, if you know what I mean. So anyways, since we weren't trained, it was a game, that was work. We hated it. So the weeding, that's why I hated gardening, as the weeding. I was like, stupid, just this weeding thing. And then I did the garden here and killed myself, for the weeding, and I hated it. It was killing me. And then everybody says, check out the Garden of Eden, go to Garden of Eden, and I never listened to it. And then finally I broke down. I forget when I broke down. Maybe it was 2015. I'd have to go back. I don't even remember, folks, when I broke down and finally did it. I'd have to go back on my gardening videos and look. But I will never, ever till. Okay, look, I remember I used to borrow my neighbor's tractor, and then I would do all the maintenance and fix it and buy parts and do all that stuff, and then do till, sitting on the tractor, all the videos of me tilling and, setting the camera up. Oh, look at me, I'm a tractor tilling. Am I ever stupid? But oh, it's fun. Now, tilling. Actually, my neighbor asked me, are you going to till you haven't used the tractor in years? Nope, never going to. And then I told him, okay, and he's got like about a 1 acre garden, like a full 1 acre. And I told him, but he won't try it. He's like, he's just brainwashed. Oh, I'm sitting on the tractor, I'm doing it. And I look at his garden, I drive by and I see his garden, it's a weed fest. I look at my garden and I'm doing nothing, And it's like, but no, hey, you know the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So I don't bang my head against the wall when it comes to the gardening thing. I have video proof now, because we're no longer deleted of this fact. But I'm not. I either go watch the videos, you'll see for yourself, and if you still don't believe it, well, I feel sorry for you for being that stupid. I was once that stupid also, and stubborn, and I am no longer that way. I have embraced it, big time. And I highly recommend, if you want to make your life easier, and if you want to enjoy the summer, get into the mulching on your garden. Trust me, you will not regret it. You'll have so much time this summer for yourself, instead of weeding, or better still, the weeds take over your garden and you get like an absolutely terrible crop because you got so distracted with summer, having fun, and you said, oh, do I want to go pull weeds? And you say, no, I'm not going to pull weeds, and then the weeds win, and then your garden sucks, That's the thing. So, industrial farming, I watched a documentary on that. It wasn't the Garden Eden thing, but it was about industrial farming. And since man has embraced in industrial farming, we've actually gotten less productive on the growing things. The safest to start off with, Maine, like, a lot of people say, well, I can't get wood chips, so I'm not going to do it. So let's go till. Just get straw. It's the cheapest. It's the easiest. It breaks down, and you can build on it. You can build on it. It's a good neutral build on it. Okay. Straw, and it's cheap. It's cheap. Straw is available all over the place. Straw is the easiest to get. Plus, it's easier. Like if you got a half ton, you can bring more straw than you can. You can bring more straw in the back of a half ton than you can in wood chips. $6 for straw. No, Maine. Don't go to like a place that sells straw. Go to a farmer. I've seen that price too here in town. It's if I go to the big feed place out in Douglas, which is this big giant feed place, and they also sell straw. They buy the straw from farmers, okay, and they charge $6 a bale. But I go directly to the farmer, $3, because they're buying it for $3 and then they resell it for $6. So drive down the road. The easiest way to do it It's just drive down, which I did here once too. I literally just drove down the road, banged on farmers' doors and said, I need to buy straw. And some of them sold me straw. So, don't be shy. Just knock on a farmer's door and say, I need straw. Like a meth addict, going to the crack houses. You're at the wrong house. You gotta go to the meth house. Exactly how to meet a farmer. Just knock on the door. I need straw. No. Peggy, you just keep telling yourself that it won't work for you. And then it won't. Just keep telling yourself that. Straw, it works. No, you don't want pine needles. Change the alkalinity of the soil. Not good. Then you'll have to mix lime in. Evergreen is not good. Then you have to use lime to bring it down some so that you can grow something in the soil. Do you ever notice, like underneath a pine tree, the grass doesn't grow? There's a reason for that. Well, unless you don't want your garden to grow. So. Well, Peggy, that's even a more reason. You're turning 68, 9. You don't want to be killing yourself doing weeds. So what you need to do is get on the phone. You know what, Peggy? Go to Craigslist and put an ad that you're looking for straw. Don't admit defeat. Go onto Facebook. There's got to be some local farmer groups or something. And then find it and just pay. Trust me, whatever it costs to get it delivered and do it, your summer will be so much better. Plus, Peggy, here's the thing, Peggy. Listen closely, okay? Is that you don't need any watering. Was it 2016? No. 2015. 2015 was a drought, okay? Because 2016 was really wet here. No, 2017 was wet. 2016 was a drought. 2016 was a drought. We had no rain. I never watered my garden. Never watered it. Everybody else had sprinklers running nonstop. I never watered my garden once, okay? No water. Actually, since I started doing mulch, I don't run the sprinkler anymore. And I used to run the sprinkler all the time. Like, folks, I remember lots of, tons of 5 in the morning, going out there, setting sprinklers up and running them in the morning and then running them at the end of the night. Never ran them during the day because of evaporation. But I used to run them, I think of all the times, during seed germination, when they're first, it was ridiculous the amount of, I thought I was going to vomit. I was ridiculous the amount of water sprinkling I did. It was ridiculous the amount of water I pumped on that garden. And now I never. And it was a drought. So the year 2016 was a drought. I never did any work, and I got enough food for 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. It's that's the answer. And no weeding. Literally. Actually, you know what? My garden, if you look at 2016, the garden playlist, there's not many videos. Because I used to do videos every week when I used to do work on the garden, and I would share the work I did on the garden. That was the whole idea that's how I started this channel, was my gardening vlog. And every week I would do videos about what I did. And then 2016, you look, there's no videos. There's 3 weeks in between the videos. That's because I literally did nothing for 3 weeks. All I did was walk by the garden, look at it. Yep, it's grown. Leave. That's it. Best garden you ever had. I highly recommend. Listen to me. Trust me. I have video proof of this. The duck poop has no bearing on it whatsoever as far as bad for the plants. I throw it right on. And actually, I throw the fresh duck poop straw in between on the rows when I'm cleaning the where the plants are growing too. Duck poop is really good stuff. Doesn't burn the plants. It's not like chicken. No. Well, I hope you believe me, Peggy, but I have video proof of it. Unless you like weeding and like watering. If you like weeding and you like watering, keep tilling. Oh, Sheila, the size of the veggies that I had in 2016, like, well, actually last night I had green beans. Like, we're talking this big and not woody. Like, have you ever seen a green bean that big and not woody? Like that long. Usually when they get that long, they get woody and it's still tender. Because last night I had green beans for supper and they were like, well, they weren't that long because I chopped them up, but I remember them. They were like that long. They're like this. Well, they're as thick as my finger. Okay, green beans that thick, not woody. You know. Okay, I lost my chat here window because I got so involved sharing my green beans with you guys. Oh. So they grew quick, got big, and weren't woody. I never had usually green beans when they get big, they get woody. You know, they're tough. Never, 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 never. So I'm located in Ontario, Canada. It's cold here. We don't plant until June. I used to plant early. All panic. I don't plant early anymore. I don't even start plants anymore early. I'm a lazy gardener. I don't fight nature. I just go with it. And actually, here's another interesting fact. 2016, remember it was a drought, okay? But remember it started off wet and I didn't plant until almost the end of June. So think about that. I planted almost a month late and the garden was so, the output was so huge on it that I got to live off it for 2 years. So a lot of people, you know, are all like, oh, panic, 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 plant right away. Victoria Day? Oh no, I'm way past that. I'm way later. Mid-June. I'm in no rush. Like, folks, I used to be like that. Oh, gotta plant May 24th weekend. That was another thing from my childhood. Till the garden, kill yourself weeding, plant early, watch the frost kill the first bunch because you'll get some frost in May, and then plant again. And like all of this stuff is just nonsense. You know, like I said, folks, I'm the absolute laziest gardener there is, and I get huge results. You know, like I really am. I'm lazy. I used to be energetic with the garden, but now I'm just chronically lazy. And the lazier I get, the more it produces. You know, like that's basically what it's like. So maybe the day comes I just don't even bother planting and I'll get a big crop. No, that doesn't work that way. Still gotta plant it, but oh, I won't even plant June 1st. I won't even plant June 1st. Probably mid-June. I'm not in a rush. Don't need to rush. The only thing I'll plant early would be corn. That's the only thing, and that's just because corn takes so long. You know, it's 110 days. So I'll probably plant the corn June 1st, but everything else, not. I'll be taking my time on that. So I'm not gonna. I don't need to rush or kill myself doing that. Not necessary. You know, if you got sandy soil, if you started building it with straw, you know, doing the straw on top of it, as the straw rots down, it'll actually make your soil a little more lumier. It won't be so sandy. It'll take a couple years of rotting action, but if you just keep pounding the straw to your garden, you can turn sandy soil into nice soil. Ironically, here's something that you probably don't know. My very first year, my soil was so compacted, I actually got a dump truck load of sand, and I added a dump truck load of sand to my garden the first year when I was into the rototillin, back breaking, kill yourself gardening method. You know, yes, I've had corn smut. I've had that. I think the first and second year I had it. You know, and then I didn't realize that it was a delicacy, and I threw it out. If I get it again, I'm cooking her up. So I added the sand because the soil was too muddy. I wanted to get a little more aeration to it. But if I would have known about compost, or what I known or what I know today, folks, I wouldn't have done any of that stuff. No, I wouldn't have done any of that stuff. Beans, beetroot, carrots, parsnips, corn, um, maybe rutabagas. What other seeds did I buy? I'm trying to think. I'm lost here on the other seeds I bought. What other seeds did I buy? Well, actually, there's three different types of yellow, green, and velour beans. So that takes up a lot of space. But three different types of beans. Um, two types of carrots, colorful and dragon. Lots of parsnips. I'm doing lots of parsnips this year because parsnips are my favorite. I love parsnips. I really I love parsnips so much. No, no tomatoes or lettuce. No. The beetroots is I'm actually the beetroots. What I'm more interested in is the leafy. I'm not interested in the root. I want the actual leaf on the beetroots. That's sort of like my lettuce, I guess you could say it. My lettuce slash spinach cross. I'm a beetroot leafy guy, not the root. Not a big fan. I don't mind the beetroots. Like I eat them. I'll mix them in with my carrots and my parsnips when I cook them up. But I really prefer is the beet tops. I'm a beet top kind of person. That's what I am. Oh, it's like Swiss char. Yep, that's what it's like. And the beetroot I'll donate. Actually, probably donate it all to the food bank. I probably won't even do it because I'm still I got you wouldn't believe how much beetroot I still have left from the year before, and it's like I just don't eat this. I find I don't know I find I like it, but it's like you can only eat so much beetroot if you know what I mean. But beet tops, different story. I love beet tops, fried beet tops with butter and garlic, or beet tops in lasagna. Oh man, lasagna, or beet tops in quiche. It's like beet tops and quiche. That is tasty. That is really tasty. Beet tops in anywhere any recipe that you would use spinach, use beet tops. It's way better because the spinach loses its taste. Beet tops doesn't. You still it's absolutely just a taste explosion in your. You'd swear it was you know, like super fortified spinach. I don't eat spinach anymore. I only eat beet tops. I find spinach. Uh, I find spinach tasteless. Actually, I prefer roasting because in that way you don't lose any flavor. I never add water when I cook vegetables. Never, 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 never. I grew up boil everything and pour all the goodness down the sink. Anybody else here live like that when they were a child? Watch their parents boil it till it's like soft and then drain all the water down the sink. All the taste gets poured down the sink. All the goodness gets poured down the sink and you get the mushy stuff, the pulp. Uh, man, oh man, I think about that. I don't even know how I became 6 foot 1 3/4 at 12 years old with all the goodness poured down the sink. No, but if you roast them, you don't have that. You get everything. No, and I roast everything with duck fat. I love it. Everything. I hate canned veg. Oh, canned veggies. I did that as a child. My mother did. We did a lot of that canning stuff took place in our household. Nothing mushy. Ugh, mush mush. At least when you roast it, it's still, it's still a certain amount of crispy to it. But you got to do it in a freezer, so you need freezer. But I'm looking forward to the garden, folks. It's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year. I'm excited about it. Maybe we'll get a whole bunch of new subs and people go, oh, this guy's got ducks and well, what's the deal with this guy? I don't even know what the deal with this guy is. Oh, but I do. I tell you one thing though, I feel so good. Canned venison, yes, yes. Now we're talking. I had a friend give me a thing of canned venison, but it was like actually cruel, unusual punishment because he only gave one to me. And after I ate it, I wish I had like multiple. And I went back to his house and he wouldn't give me any. Squash, that's the other one. Yes, that's the other one. But see, the problem is, Norm, on the squash, is I'm not growing the crossbreed one because it's just too much like a zucchini. I'm not growing zucchini either. It's like zucchini's like cucumber to me. I just can't get into it. But I think squash. I think I have the spaghetti squash seeds. I'm not too sure. I gotta look. No, I'm gonna try to grow enough. I'm trying to keep it, folks, that I got enough for me, and I got the problem like with squash. An example. Here's the problem with squash. It takes up a ton of garden, a ton of garden space, and I'm trying to grow a massive amount because I'm gonna dump a load of veggies on the food bank. It's the plan this year because I asked the food bank about that, and they were like, yes, they take the fresh veggies, like real, no problem. So, and the problem with like doing squash, the amount of surface area it takes up in the garden, I can grow a fair amount of veggies there, more than what I get out of squash. Squash is a major area hog. So, growing a pumpkin would just invite the deer in. You don't want to grow pumpkins because next thing you know, you'll have deer in your garden. You know. So I'm going for maximum amount of production per square foot is what I'm trying to do because my plan is to ship her off to the food bank. So that's the plan. I grew onions one year. They were really good, but I got bad onion seeds, and then it didn't happen. And I don't plant garlic because if I want garlic, I got a neighbor down the road that does garlic. So it's like, why bother? No potatoes, parsnips. I'm pre-potatoes. Did you know that parsnips were actually the staple before potatoes? Did you know that, Vista? Google it. You'll find out. That's how long parsnips have been around longer than potatoes. I'm a parsnip kind of person. That's what I like. No, no yams. Doug is okay. Doug went outside, JT, finally this morning. I did a stream last night, folks, of Doug trying to get him to go outside, and I accidentally streamed it on the other channel. So if you want to see, go to the other channel, the backup channel, and you'll see Doug last night not going outside for me, and that was at a day and a half. And then this morning, he almost didn't go out until I sucked him in that there was something outside that he needed to go run after. And you notice though, this morning when I was trying to get him to go out, and he was laying there, and he was like, no way he was going out. He was like, ha ha ha, no, laying down, little paw. Oh, I'm a cute little dog. I'm not going out. And then when I did the something's outside thing, and his ear perked up. That's the only way. is get unless you can get his when he's in that state of mind, you got to get his instincts going, and then when the instinct starts happening, like the protect mode, that's the only way you can override whatever's in his mind stopping him from going outside, be it the rain or he's obviously, well, now he's afraid of something. I think the fence is clicking, which makes sense because the frost coming out of the ground, the fence is moving. There's probably somewhere there's a light short, just an ever so light short, like just a very, very faint click. Not enough for the red light to trigger on the sending unit, but just because I know I've seen that where the light's still green, so but there's still clicking. You walk around and you can see it, so just a light click, and Doug can hear that. So, and that's the problem. That's what I think is wrong. How did I teach Doug to stay in the yard? I didn't. He just doesn't leave. I'm just lucky. Technically, you can't teach a dog to stay in your yard. Either they do or they don't. That's what I have found in my life. Because I've had dogs, well, Buddy, he lived to roam. And every farmer and every house around here knew him. Everybody knew him. Everybody. I'd say that dog, 50% of his time he was gone, and 50% of the time he was here. So I haven't taught Doug much. You're right, Norm. Limited. Doug's not teachable, actually. So. Not teachable at all, actually. He's brutal. Brutal, folks. But this spring, for some reason, Doug's not doing the roaming thing, with the smells, which it's very strange. Usually, the spring is a horror show here with the dogs. Always has been, all the fresh smells in the bush. And Doug is sticking close this spring. Because last spring he didn't. He was gone on some rips. But this spring he hasn't done that. Gone into the bush, and searched around and disappeared for, extended periods of time. He hasn't done that. So maybe because he's getting older now and he's more interested, he does disappear that direction a lot into the bush, where the foxes. Maybe this year is because the foxes. That could be why he's not running this year, because all the direction he keeps taking off to is that direction into the bush where the foxes are. So it might be because of the foxes that he's hanging around close, because the smell, he doesn't have to go looking for the smell because the smell is right here in the yard. And speaking of that, since the shots fired on the fox that I know I peppered with lots of pellets, we've had no foxes here. So either, well, one, I know I hit that fox. I know I hit that fox for sure. There's no way to shoot 100 pellets and 6 in the ground and then the rest are like right where he was standing. So he's gone. But the one from the night before that, the one that I shot with a rifle and I shot over top of him, that one I'm waiting to come back. Because he was a much bigger one, much fluffier, better fur looking, but I haven't seen him since but I also chased him into the bush with my house coat at 1:30 in the morning, shooting the gun like a madman. I was playing Rambo. It was, my neighbors probably wondering, what's going on? Running through the bush shooting in the dark. Like the Terminator. Anyways. All right, folks, I've rambled for 93 minutes. I gotta go. I gotta go start my day. I'm supposed to be working on artwork, so I gotta get happening. So I'm gonna say goodbye. Thanks for joining me for this crazy rant this morning, and I will be doing an egg recon stream later because it's not raining right now. Ducks are not getting out because I have to go to town, and I'm supposed to go to town, and I got a phone to make sure my appointment's still on because yesterday my appointment got canceled in town. So. Have a good night, and good night. Have a good morning, and I'll talk to you later.